Welcome everyone. Adam the Woo here. As the recording of this, it is Wednesday, April 19th, 2023. Standing here in Celebration, Florida. Fountain behind me. I have started, well, I've kind of alluded to it, hinted at it the last couple days, but once again, yes, for the 987,000th time in my life, I'm going to try to lose some weight. I mentioned it yesterday, I mentioned it the day before, and I've always had good luck. Again, I will be the first to say that I have failed many times at this. Weighed myself this morning, stepped on it at 260 pounds and realized I probably was a little heavier last week. I think I've lost a couple over the last few days. But I'm going to do something for the first time in my life, take accountability, not just through the videos, but I'm also downloaded something from my phone. I am going to start counting calories and also putting in how many calories I burn at the gym every day. I've been going to the gym, getting on the treadmill. I'm pretty excited about this. I'm going to talk about it and then get something healthy to eat. Maybe pop over to one of the parks without a reservation. I'm inviting you to join me. Shall you? And rest assured, I understand all criticisms, concerns, positive or negative thoughts being directed my way, thinking, you're just saying this again. Adam, you stood right here last year, late last year, and did this whole thing. In fact, you stood here a few months ago and mentioned this. And I will be the first to say, well, I'm reiterating myself, but I will once again be the first person saying it for the first time. Yes, there's a lot of traffic going through here. It's like a, look everyone, Big Ben, Parliament. But I really do think I've got it honed in now. And one problem I have is accountability. And I think that this is really gonna help. Seeing it on paper, I am a see it on paper kind of guy. When I make my plans for travel, when I make my plans for doing things, I not only have them on my phone, but I also have a hard copy book that I write everything down in. And now I'm gonna have what I'm eating, what I am doing as far as burning calories on the treadmill and going to the gym each day, or at least on a semi-regular basis, is gonna be put in there. And I think me seeing that and then weighing myself, probably weigh myself every week, I think it's gonna work. I feel really good about this. Now, earlier today I went to my second day in a row going to the gym, and I kind of I downloaded this app called Lose It. So I'm using Lose It. I mean, there's Weight Watchers and there's a bunch of other ones, but they all kind of do the same. I figured this one, it's a thing you download on the phone. And the only thing I've had all day, it's already 4 p.m. I've only had 8 ounces of brewed coffee. I put 2 calories in for that. But honestly, I think it's a little more than that because I did a little tiny bit of cream and sugar. So it's probably more than that. But you see, it allows you 750 calories for lunch, 1,000 calories for dinner, and 601 calories are available for snacks. Snacks. You see what I did down here? So I did 300... No, not 300. I did 3.5 miles per hour at a 40-minute pace on the treadmill. Now, it did not have the exact calories I burned. I think I burned 290 calories, but this averaged out at 308. So I put it in, 300 calories I burnt, which brought my calorie intake underneath my photo there that I have. I just created this account. So that's giving me 2,405 calories a day to burn. That is letting me go. I am budgeted at 2,000 calories a day. If I stay on 2,100 calories a day, by November, I will be down to my goal, which is going to be 200 pounds. Let's see, how do I switch this over to here? I guess I don't know how to switch it over. Okay, yeah, this is putting me at losing 2 pounds a week. 260, I'm at 260 pounds again, what the heck? But it's got me going 211 days. I should be down to 200. That's only losing 2 pounds a week, but in reality, I'm probably going to lose more than that. I'm probably going to eat a little bit less and work out a little more than it's probably giving me the pacing on. But my goal, as it is every year, well, it was last year, I did really well, is to lose it by Dragon Con, which is end of August, 1st of September. So that is not November. But basically, all I'm counting on is just putting in the log here while I have a meal. So whatever I eat later, I will throw in there in the dinner category. And if I get less than 2,000, I keep that pace up, and I do 300 calories burning on the treadmill every day. I will hypothetically, by November, lose 60 pounds. Anyway, just wanted to show this. I won't show this every day, but I'll show it occasionally. A couple of the big things I'm gonna do is definitely stop eating any kind of sweets, any kind of treats. I'm just gonna have my main meal, coffee with a little cream and sugar and waters, no more soda, no more anything like that. When I go to baseball games, I will try to find healthy options, not be cramming hot dogs down my face. I'm gonna see how I can do, because I'm thin by Dragon Con, that's my thing. And I don't know if I mentioned this or not, but I'm going to Hawaii this year after Dragon Con in September. I believe it's September. And I don't want to be heavy when I go to Hawaii. So not heavy for Dragon Con, not heavy for Hawaii. And I feel like me pacing myself, seeing it on paper, well not on paper, but seeing it on my phone every day, punching everything in, I think it's gonna be good. It's gonna be really good for me. If I fail at this in a couple weeks, I encourage, and I would probably be the first if someone else was stating this, to put it into the universe that, wow, you said that again and you failed at that again. But just give me some time. In fact, I've thought about not even mentioning it or making this in any portion topic of this video. It's not gonna be about the whole video, but it's gonna be a portion of it. But then I thought, you know, this is what I do. I put stuff out there. This will maybe help not only motivate myself, but also motivate others. So I've just decided to throw it in the video and just, you know, kind of explain what I'm doing. I am really good at staying committed to doing things. Obviously, filming these videos all the time and travel and staying very busy. That is definitely a habit that I have. I just need to harness that in and bring that into the I'll say a diet, but just the counting calories realm. But just seeing that on paper, seeing it on, you know, on the phone will make a big difference when it comes to all that. So I'm pretty dang excited about it. I also need to figure out exactly how much a regular coffee with cream and sugar, how many calories that would be. Definitely way less, you know, a latte or something would be really bad, but just like a regular coffee with a little bit of cream and sugar, way better than a soda. It is a violation for a lot of feed. The gators, I said this yesterday, I have not seen a gator out here in a while. Been a while. I should peruse over that way. Let's see if I can find a gator. There's a lot of birds out here. So I'm gonna go over to Starbucks. I might actually look it up, or maybe I'll ask them what a large coffee, venti, with cream and sugar would be. I could throw that in the app too. But all I've had today at 4, I'm also gonna be doing a lot of kind of intermittent fasting, where I usually eat like one big meal a day, and maybe like a little snack. So there's gonna be hours of the day, a pretty good portion of the day where I don't eat, and that'll make me drop some weight too. All right, I had to look it up. So if you use the raw sugar, which is what I use, raw sugar and a little bit of cream in a large, it says 50 calories. I'm gonna say 100. I did not use the regular sugar. The raw sugar is okay too. I mean, it's not as good as the regular sugar, but I could go with 50, 100 calories a day for a large one of these. And this always kind of helps me curb my appetite a little bit. So I'll put it in the app, and I'll put down on paper, this is gonna be 100. I had a coffee earlier, so I've probably had favorably 200 calories, probably more like 100 calories, but let's just say 200 calories I've already had for the day in coffee. All right, newsflash, raw sugar, not as tasty and sweet, as good as regular sugar, but I can handle it. Also, I will not be drinking diet sodas. I'd rather just drink water and not drink any soda at all. I will not be transferring over to Diet Mountain Dew or Diet Coke or any of that stuff. I'd just rather not drink it at all and just go full water and an occasional coffee. That's just me though. I know a lot of people like the diet stuff, but I just do not like, not really into the taste of Diet Cola. I just rather just avoid it all completely and cut that out. This bird, it's almost like Creed tea here. It's like the Creed tea bird. Get your arms wide open. I'm gonna go over the fountain bird. I'm going over the fountain. I've always kind of had I don't want to say a gift, but I've always had a good luck streak when it comes to losing weight. I think the reason is because when I do anything, I always go all in. So when I'm ready to lose weight, I usually go for the gusto and I drop it pretty quick because I go full in. Kind of like when I gain weight, I gain it quick because when I start eating crap, I just eat crap. I'm cutting that out though. Cut it out, like Dave Coulier would say. Ooh. Hello, squirrel. Squirrels, you know the first couple weeks usually a weight loss or like water weight? Well, let's say the first week. So don't get too excited. I mean, I'm probably gonna get excited to myself, but that also kind of helps with motivation, doesn't it, squirrel? You ever gone through any weight loss periods you fluctuate a lot too? Do you? Sometimes? I know what you're thinking of right now. You want food. Don't be tempted, squirrel. Don't be tempted. And if you are gonna eat, squirrel, you got the right thing to eat. You got the nuts. That's kind of healthy. I see you up there. Very cute looking squirrel. All right, I'll see you later, squirrel. Something else that is rather foreign to me whenever I go on these weight loss treks is eating small doses of things, eating small portions. Usually it's easier for me to just skip out on something and then just don't eat, and at the end of the day eat a small meal, but sometimes that backfires a little bit, because when it's time to eat the small meal, if it's an enjoyable meal, I will just keep eating and eating, eating, fill my belly, and just kind of gorge myself. So another aspect might be good is just to not do that. Eat little nibbles like a squirrel would throughout the course of the day. Maybe I'll do that. And no hoagies and grinders. Hoagies and grinding. Navy beans are okay though. Navy beans. I do like navy beans. And a hoagie occasionally would be good, but not every day. It feels really good out here right now. It's also been nice being on the treadmill. It's amazing, just a couple days of doing it and eating less has already made me feel way better. I don't feel bloated or disgusting or uncomfortable right now, but I've only just begun. Also, Howard the duck's over there. So that's about it, Howard. That's about it, duck, decoy duck. I'm doing this again. Probably the dozenth time in the history of me doing this channel where I have gone on done this. Maybe even more than a dozen, baker's dozen. But I'm doing it again. Thought to myself, why should I not do it, or why should I not announce it when I've announced it before? You just gotta get back up on that pony and just ride off into the sunset of weight loss and lifestyle change. I'm gonna document it now. And I'm not gonna chime in every day with updates. Not at all. In fact, I'm just gonna announce this one time, and then maybe every few weeks to a month, maybe I'll mention it. But I'm not gonna eat every meal. Like today I will. Whatever I eat, I'll key it in just to show how it's done, keying and counting calories. And there's a incredible plethora amount of sites that you can use and calculators you can use for documenting all that. I just chose the first one I saw, or the first one that just kind of popped out of me. It's pretty easy to make excuses. You know, a lot of people will make excuses for me. Oh, it's really difficult to eat when you're on the road, eat healthy when you're on the road. But really, I mean, I use that excuse too. The reality is, I like eating garbage food. I need to change the patterns on that. Anyway, I've said all this before. I'm not gonna go dedicate this entire thing to that. So, said my piece. All right, I typed into a countdown clock online for the date I'm checking into my Dragon Con hotel. 132 days from right now. So in that time, I would hope that some will send some congratulations and go, wow, you see a big difference. Some might congratulate, and I'm gonna put out into the universe. Hopefully it's not the opposite way. I don't want people seeing that I accomplished nothing and saying, wow, you look like you just crawled out of a barnyard stall. Well, that's putting it nicely. But either way, I appreciate the opinions on either side. So I got 30 plus days. That's a long way off. I should be a new person by then. More wildlife. Here's a lizard. Looking very sleek and slender. Oh, you took off. It's full of energy, lizard. Here's another one over here. Another lizard. Going around the tree. Motorized bike. Gotta be honest, the raw sugar, not too bad. Once you start getting down to the bottom portion of it, it really starts to sweeten up just a little bit. I think I might start going with the raw sugar. Also, Starbucks, I've kind of gotten used to. I'm more Team Joffrey's, but Starbucks I kind of equate to just because they're everywhere, you kind of learn to love them. Kind of like the Foo Fighters. I love Nirvana, but I've learned to love the Foo Fighters because they're just on anytime you turn the radio on, and every corner you turn, Starbucks are in every corner. I don't know if that's a good analogy. I love Nirvana, like the Foo Fighters, but I've grown to like them even more because I hear them. I don't know why I'm equating Starbucks to Dave Grohl's newer band, even though it's been around for a while. Ah yes, 5 p.m. Right on the tick. Thing about I-4 westbound though, it's almost always like this, no matter what time of the day it is. Even when it's not rush hour. This is the second day in a row, well, yesterday was the first day, so this is day 2 of not needing a reservation as an annual pass holder after 2. So going to Studios. I parked in 406 right here along the Skyliner route. I could park closer, but I always like to park right here along the edge. That way when I leave, I can just walk all the way down and see my car without having to traverse inward to the parking area. Plus getting some steps, always a good thing. First one's here. Well, not the first one, I'm trying to quote vacation, but I'm not the first one's here. It was a failed vacation quote. Still no trams here at Studios. No trams. There's a lot of people here. Look how many cars are here. Got the Hollywood Tower off on the horizon. Also, this might be the longest stretch of time that I've gone without wearing sunglasses. I broke my sunglasses like a week ago, and I have yet to buy another pair to put back on my eyes and my face. Just random fact of the day. Usually I wear sunglasses every day. There's this advertisement here. Disney, the corporation, is celebrating 100 years. I'm probably gonna need to purchase these books once they come out, if they haven't already. Or at least 1 or 2 of them. One thing about Walt, there's a lot of Walt quotes that he never said that sometimes you'll see them. People be like, oh, Walt said that. And I'll be like, I don't think Walt said half the stuff that people say he said. So it'd be interesting to have that little fact check with those books. Also, all I have to do is scan in. I do not need to make a reservation. If you missed yesterday's video, yesterday was the first day. You don't need reservations as an annual pass holder. You should just come in the park after 2. Has to be 2 p.m. or on, which is great. Just gonna walk right in, scan in. How have I never noticed this? This sign says main entrance. It's almost made to look like it would be like that from that era, like leading to, I don't know. Maybe it doesn't, maybe it's not meant to be themed like this. Forget what I just said. I don't know where I was going with that. But I've never noticed that sign before. And before I forget, I went ahead and added in that 100-calorie coffee. Again, it's probably a gross exaggeration of how many calories it really was in it. But yeah, so I'm at 23 because I worked out, so I got a little, the gross and the net fluctuated a little bit. That's how many calories I can utilize today to stay on track. And I can guarantee I will not be using that many calories today. I'm probably going to use about half of that. So on track, divided in half. Right when I was walking down Hollywood Boulevard, I stopped in the pin store, and there's some new arcade pins over here that are pretty cool. Check out the Aladdin arcade in the middle, and this is a really good Yub Nub. Return of the Jedi is like my favorite of the Star Wars franchise, and they have a Yub Nub Star Wars pin. I might have to get that. Okay, I think on the way out, if they still, well, I'm sure they're still going to have it on the way out, but on the way out, I think I might end up grabbing. I'm in the Backlot Express now. And I think they have some, they used to have some Return of the Jedi photos in here, so I'm gonna check to see if they still do. And this is the restaurant right next to Star Tours, and I believe Star Tours is supposed to be getting an overlay soon. They're gonna add some new scenes. I'm just gonna talk a little bit about Return of the Jedi. But also up here, the skiff bar from Jabba's Palace. Check out Lando up there. And here's the Sarlacc pit right there. There's a little behind the scenes photos. Take a look at this one right here. There's Chewie, there's Harrison, there's Mark Hamill, there's Luke. Return of the Jedi secrets left over inside. There's Commando too, check it out. There's Arnold and Commando, not Star Wars. Look at the Sarlacc pit right here, isn't that cool? But Return of the Jedi is my favorite, which is why I definitely like the Star Tours queue line here, where they have the, the AT-AT, I call it the AT-AT, my generation calls it the AT-AT, in front of the Ewok Village. Gotta love the Ewok Village. Do not have this you know, anywhere but here. This is the East Coast has the best Star Wars queue line for Star Tours, in my opinion. And take a look at this. The evil Darth Vader's villains capture brave Han Solo, Harrison Ford, and his intrepid crew on the third Star Wars movie, Revenge of the Jedi. Look at that. That's a collectible because it says Revenge of the Jedi before they change it to Return of the Jedi. Now obviously Batuu East, Galaxy's Edge Star Wars Land, doesn't really have a lot of the original trilogy mixed in with it. I'll see if I can find a couple little things that are kind of hidden in here, hidden gems. Inside Batuu from Return of the Jedi. Now this looks like Leia's indoor outfit. They say this is Leia's indoor outfit. I mean, it's outdoors, you know, because it's outdoors. I took that from a joke from a cast member in Anaheim once. So is that an indoor outfit? I go, no, I'm outdoors. So credit to them. But I would say that's Return of the Jedi, right? It's actually not too incredibly busy out here at the moment. Back in Galaxy's Edge, I always say that this little door that's located over here is where the Rancor lives, which isn't true. I used to have all the Return of the Jedi, like figurines when I was young, including the Rancor Keeper, Emperor's Royal Guard, you know, all that stuff, and the Rancor. In fact, I still have Ewok Village playset, I have the Rancor. Still need Jabba's Palace, but this kind of has the vibe. You picture like a Rancor being behind here. There's not, but. I think the last time I was back here was when first day Mandalorian appeared. Look at that sunburst. Dramatic flare. Sometimes you'll hear Chewie in the water tanks. I really like the Mandalorian series. In fact, I like a lot of the Disney Plus Star Wars stuff. So good. I just think this is so cute. Get a little snore on down there with that pork. Always like the creature store.
Hold on to this thing. Looks like it. But it does make
Well, this is interesting. So all the Salacious Crumbs are 40% off right now. For whatever reason. It's designated a monkey lizard. 40% off. Holy cow. I actually bought one of these on opening day in Anaheim when Galaxy's Edge first opened. The first Galaxy's Edge opening day. I was one of the first groups in. And I bought a Salacious. Still have it. There's a lot of noises going on in here. I think this lizard's frog creature is from Jedi 2, when 3PO and R2 are walking into Jabba's palace. I think this is the one that like grabs the little insect. And at the store on the other side where I just was, look at this creepy Ewok. This Ewok is like scary. Imagine seeing that Ewok in a dark alley up there. And then up here we got Vader. Duel. And this is a more plushy, cute Ewok, less frightening than the other Ewok up there. When I think of Yub Nub, this right here will give you some Yub Nub nightmares right here. Look at this thing. Look at this. Oh, I nearly forgot that they have Jabba's barge up top here too. They do not sell this, and this is not something I don't think you can buy anywhere. This isn't even like a retro item that anybody would have when they were young. But check out Jabba up there in the little Jabba barge. And there's a skiff barge and everything.
Oh my God, it's not free. Yeah.
Right there, take a look. Isn't that cool? There's Jabba right there. Jabba, the Gamorrean Guard, Bib Fortuna. Jabba no bother. And let's not downplay how great the Mandalorian is. Boba Fett was good too, the Boba Fett show, but Mandalorian, pretty dang good. I think my two favorite characters from the Disney Plus Star Wars are Cad Bane and Moff Gideon. I love both those characters so much. Also, fun fact, they used to have screen use, the skiff barge from the Sarlacc pit used to be on the backlot toward here. They tore it out years ago, and I don't know where it is. Screen use, hopefully it's somewhere that could be displayed one day. Maybe we'll see it at D23 one day. Maybe it's going to end up in a museum. I hope it's not in a dumpster somewhere, but they used to have, when you used to do the tram tour here, they had the skip barge from Return of the Jedi when you used to do the tram tour. Where the heck is it? I want to know. Where the heck is it?
I wasn't real big on the prequels, but I do like the fact that they have, from the pod racing vehicle, they have the pod racing engine. Cooking a little meat over here at Roncho's Roasters. Yeah, the prequels were not my favorites, by any stretch of imagination.
No. I go down.
Yeah, we're actually undercover order, you know.
From the Bureau. Who are they?
And since I'm over here, I think I'm going to go in Doc Ondar's Den of Antiquities, see what they got in here that's like Jedi related. Return of the Jedi. I'm on a Jedi, Return of the Jedi kick. Kind of reminds me, I need to get tickets to the showing when it plays in the theaters. I love that movie. I love to see it on the big screen again. This is kind of interesting. A few of the select lightsaber hilts are 30% off right now. I ended up getting the Luke Ignite the Green Jedi Saber a couple years ago. That one is not 30% off, however. Look at that. There's a Emperor's Royal Guard helmet up there. Pay no attention to that creature that will rip off your arm in an ice cave, but pay more attention to the bounty hunter, Leia's bounty hunter helmet up there from Return of the Jedi. So good. There really are quite a lot of people down here. So the troopers down there trying to rustle up some feelings from some of the guests. Interrogation of sorts. Oh, you know what? Now that I'm here above Docking Bay 7, I believe this is the one that has the 83 on it. So this one has the 83 designated when Jedi came out in theaters. Let me see if I can zoom in on the 83. Yeah, way up top there, you'll see it says 77, of course, original one, and then 83, the third, the original trilogy. I mean, it is kind of tough to see, but you see it right there in the middle of the screen, 1983. Nailed it. Kind of going off the cuff with these, what I remember off the top of my head. There probably are a lot more. I'll put that out there. There's probably a lot more than what I'm showing when it comes to the third, the original trilogy. But I know there is one over at Launch Bay. There's a good little Easter egg over at Launch Bay. I'll head over there in a minute. And of course these, I believe, are supposed to represent what Leia, the bounty hunter Leia, was holding when she went to Jabba's palace.
She's holding a thermal detonator.
Coca-Cola droid. In fact, I think I'm going to get a Dasani water here. Oh, there he is. Oh, how's it going there? Coca-Cola droid. Good to see you. Not a Coca-Cola, but Coca-Cola product. Water. No more soda for a while. No more soda, droid. I'll still buy water from you, though. I'll still buy water from you. The thing that's fascinating about Launch Bay is the fact that it is still open. I think if it wasn't for the fact that there were meet and greets in here with BB-8 and Darth Vader and Chewbacca, I don't think that it would be opened in any way, shape, or form. But because really back in the day when it first opened, it was very popular. But there's still some stuff from the third film from the original trilogy tucked away in here, including moving posters, Revenge of the Jedi, Return of the Jedi, as you're kind of scattered through here, and then Luke with the Rancor, and just an assortment of other things, kind of when you're heading on the way in there. And there's also, you know, I used to call this the Launch Bay laydown, which was like the scrawl across the carpet. And they do have one of there were 6 screen-used speeder bikes. And I was told by a cast member a while back that this was the one from that Leia was going through the indoor forest, which is pretty awesome as well. And of course, you can't forget the splotch, which is kind of tucked away in here. I don't know what the splotch is, but it's over here. And then one final thing I want to show kind of on the way out is the Lando Calrissian was wearing this particular little facial mask that he was wearing when he was going into Jabba's palace and the whole skiff barge thing and all that. He was less incognito than Leia's outfit, but yeah, Launch Bay. There's a lot of Return of the Jedi stuff. And I wasn't expecting to show a lot of Return of the Jedi stuff when I was in here. If you're playing a drinking game, how many times is saying Return of the Jedi, then you probably are probably not sober at the moment. So please don't do that. But yeah. All right, heading out of Launch Bay now. I think, like I said, I'm just kind of going off the cuff, and there's probably a lot more than what I'm showing, but this is just kind of stuff I know off the top of my head. I got to thinking if there were any handprints over in front of the Chinese theater, and I was correct. I didn't see Harrison, I didn't see Carrie or anyone like that, or any of the others, but Mark Hamill is over here at the base, signed back in 1990. There's Hamill, Luke Skywalker himself. There's an after hours event tonight. A lot of people are heading in. I'm heading out. But evidently there's a hard ticket event after hours. So people are, I'm like swimming upstream right now. It's late in the evening with everyone heading in. I'm heading out. Speaking of the franchise, take a look. Mandalorian, great show. I ended up purchasing those pens also. I got them in my fanny pack right here. So I'll do a little haul. I got two. I got the Yub Nub and I got It's a Trap. Also from Return of the Jedi. Yeah, look at all these cars pulling in at 7 o'clock. The studio's open until 9:30. This reminds me of Disneyland. Everyone gets off work in Anaheim and heads to the parks. You don't really see an influx of people showing up this late in the day at WDW. It's more of an Anaheim vibe. Pretty confident this is for the after hour event that's happening, a hard ticket thing. But it could also be because now you don't need a reservation if you're an annual pass holder after 2. So possibly people getting off work and they're saying, heck, I don't have to make a reservation or nothing. I just show up down here. It could be. I'm gonna just say it's the after hour event. Parking attendant. Look at this. This is unheard of. Well, I mean, it's heard of when it's the after hours event, but yeah. Hey, you know what? I decided I'd just pop into Epcot as well. Since I'm here, since I'm right over in this area. There's Peter Pan over there, that bus. Epcot time. Take a look at that, Big the Foot. Monorail coming directly over our heads. Nice. Just gotta find a parking spot. That's right, I'm talking to an air freshener. That's what I do. Yeah, I'm glad I saw both of these. Both very cool. Put these in I have like a bag of pens. Big bag of pens. I have carded pens also. You don't want to go in there because there might be alligators and snakes. Yeah, I throw these in a big bag and one day, years from now, I'll go, holy crap, I don't know what cap is. Holy crap, I got a lot of pens. I also have pens that I will do pen trading with. Ones that I have on a cork board and I'll bring them in and switch them out. That are not card backed ones. The ones that have the cards that I purchase, usually I don't put those on the cork board. I leave those on the cardboard backs. I don't know what the correct terminology is, but that's usually what I'll do. I'll keep the carded ones in a bag and the tradable ones on a big pen board next to my desk. Pen trading is fun, except I forgot to bring any to trade tonight. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It feels amazing out here right now. The temperature feels so dang good. This is the same monorail I passed when I was parking. See you later, monorail. And one thing I wanted to stop in here to check out was the Harmonious barges, which I had heard rumors that they had been dismantling since the end of the 50th. They got rid of the 50th anniversary of Walt Disney World. They've got rid of the Harmonious barges, and they're not completely gone from World Showcase Lagoon, but they have dismantled, they started dismantling them, especially the centerpiece. The tacos on the end, they don't have the water emitting out of them anymore, but yeah. Harmonious is a thing of the past. It's being erased from existence. And a lot of times I will stand at this angle to get the monorail view as it comes around. But if I continue to walk up to the back of the PVC fountain, get the waterfall going upward, and this PVC fountain up here, next to the jumping water up there, I get the monorail from a different angle, looking over at Spaceship Earth, and down into where all the construction is happening with the Moana water area, which is supposed to open up later this year, which is pretty exciting, where the Fountain of Nations used to be, and Club Cool used to be. Club Cool's been moved too. I always like kind of standing up here to get the monorail view too, but usually I get it from the other angle. It's a really good view. And I figured since I was right here, might as well hop on Living with the Land and witness an indoor thunderstorm. Perfect timing, walking out of Journey to Imagination, said hi to Figment, and now I'm going to say hi to the monorail that has the orange coloration. Almost the monorail matches the upside down PVC fountain as well, same kind of coloration. Nice. All right, from here, gonna head over to Connections Cafe and get a bite to eat. Last I remember, they did have like some options that were a little bit healthier, so I'm gonna try to like just get a food item over there and figure out what exactly the calorie count was, put it in the app, and have my meal for the day. But Connections Cafe, which always has, it's kind of hoping for Sunshine Season, but Sunshine Season was closed, but Connections Cafe open for business until close. It's dinner time. As I look at Spaceship Earth here, circling around with the lights, kind of glad they didn't get rid of the lights for the 50th. So I ended up getting a General Tso chicken salad from Connection Cafe, and I could not find any info. In fact, I even asked if they had a calorie count on it. So kind of did a quick little research online, could not find the calorie count. So I'm just going to guess 1,200 calories, which is probably well over what it really isn't. But I'm going to put 1,200 in the app, because there were kind of some fried chicken strips on there. But the rest was salad, and it kind of had its own dressing. Look at that, just circling around right there. Spaceship Earth in all its glory. All right, heading out now. That's gonna do it for today from the Epcot Center. But first I went over to Studios. First I had a little conversation about counting calories. I think it's gonna work out for the best. I'll see you in the next video. The vlog. I'm excited about dropping some weight. I feel good about this system. I'll see you in the next video. The vlog is over. Yeah, so that leaves you with a net of 994 calories out of the budget. A couple cups of coffee, no lunch, and then I just put in the General Tso salad at Epcot, 1,200, which I think is a little high, but yeah. All right, I'm off.